Hello. Are we live? Looks like it. Are we picking up my mic? Test, test, test. Looks like it. Okay. Let's get everything set up. I will share our playlist. There we go. All right, let's readjust our camera. Or my computer screen is what it is. Get everything set up in here. Can you see me? Yes. Most likely to hear me too. All right. So I guess we can go ahead and get right into it. So playlist is linked over in the little chat box if you're interested in using it at all. And if you are, we'll all hit play right now. Okay. Here we go. Make sure I can hear it. There. Adjust my volume. Okay. All right, so only prop suggestions I have is a block, and you might need it in triangle pose, but if you're comfortable just propping it on your own leg, then it'll be fine that way. So we're finding just a comfortable seat to settle our minds, to focus in, to find our breath. Deep breathing in and out through the nose. Thinking about tall spines as we inhale. So rooting through the tailbone into the mat. Growing tall through the crown of the head, reaching towards the ceiling. Shoulders softening and relaxing away from the ears. Breathing into the low belly. Inhaling, belly expands like a balloon. Exhaling, drawing belly button to the spine. And as we're finding breath, just noticing our thoughts, how we're feeling emotionally, physically. Connecting with our breath now. Committing ourselves to staying present in our bodies, in our minds. The next hour of this yoga practice. Anytime we feel our mind starting to drift away, simply returning focus to our breath. Using that breath as a connection to the now. Again, adding some movement, linking breath and movement. So dropping right ear to right shoulder. Exhaling as we roll the head to the front. And then back and forth. Breathing smoothly. We find any sticky spots, so we roll our head from side to side. Want to hold, maybe even applying some gentle pressure, the fingertips on the head, and hold on each side, and maybe even walk fingertips away from the body. Staying with our breath. We'll come back to center, hands on our knees for seated cat and cow. So inhaling as we draw the shoulders back, heart shines forward. Exhaling, rounding the shoulders, scooping the abdominals in, drawing belly button to the spine. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, scooping in. One more time, each direction. Meeting in a neutral spinal position, so just seated. We're inhaling as we sweep our arms up towards the ceiling. And exhaling them in front of us as we sit back into child's pose. So uncrossing the legs, letting the hips sink back over the heels, extending the arms forward, head relaxing down towards the mat. Thinking about lengthening through the crown of the head, lengthening the back of the neck. As we're exhaling, sinking the hips away from the body. So back and down. As we're breathing, noticing the breath filling up into the sides, into the low back. Remembering that this child's pose is available to us in our practice when we need it, whether or not I've instructed us to that point. I am here to guide and to offer suggestions. We do what is right for our bodies in the moment. And inhale, we're rocking up to all fours. And then bring knees in line with hips. We're shifting our hips a little bit further forward, creating a 45-degree angle with knees to hips for kneeling plank. Shoulders are aligned over our wrists. And we're going to rock back and forth from child's pose to kneeling plank. So exhaling, pressing it back to child's pose. Inhaling, healing plank. So flowing at our own pace, our own breath. Inhaling as we rock up, exhaling as we sit back. We can keep moving this way. Have the option to add a little tricep push-up. So from our kneeling plank, lowering in chaturanga just halfway. Inhaling to press up, exhaling to send it back. Flowing with our own breathing pattern, breath rate. So you may be going faster or slower than me. We'll go one more time here. Meeting in child's pose, maybe taking the knees back wide. Allowing the body more space to sink into and towards the mat. Getting some more opening in our hips. We're inhaling, sitting up into all fours. Our heads rocking up to all fours. We'll bring wrists underneath our shoulders, knees underneath the hips. We're thinking about drawing the belly button towards the spine, creating a strong core. We're inhaling, right leg out behind us, just to hip level, flexing the foot, pointing the toes down. If we feel comfortable, we can extend the left arm with it. So shoulder and hip are working back towards the body, fingertips and heels are pressing away from the body, belly button drawing up towards the spine. We're exhaling, setting hand and knee down. Inhale, left leg, right arm. Holding and breathing. Exhaling down. We'll go one breath at a time. So inhale, right leg, left arm. Exhale, set it down. Inhale, alternate. Core is strong. Keeping our hips stable. Everything moving freely and controlled from the center of the body. One more time. Just evening up on each side. And then from all fours, walking our hands just a little bit further forward than our shoulders, spreading our fingers nice and wide. Our wrist creases are parallel to the top of the mat. Middle fingers pointing straight ahead. We're tucking their toes, lifting knees off the mat and pressing our chest back towards our thighs. For down dog. Legs will straighten, heels lengthening towards the mat. We might keep a big bend in our legs. So hips are reaching high, crown of the head extending towards the top of the mat. We're pressing our hands firmly into the mat so that we can send our weight back into our legs. If we like, we can begin to pedal out the heel, so putting one knee, letting opposite heel sink deeper. Bringing a stretch into the calves. Maybe shaking the head, yes and no, encouraging our neck to stay loose. We'll inhale, lift our gaze up towards our hands, and exhaling, we're walking to forward fold. Maybe taking ragdoll arms, hands grabbing opposite elbows. Sway side to side. Crown of the head is heavy, pointing straight down. Maybe we have a deep bend in our knees, and how tight hamstrings are. Releasing hands to the mat. We're inhaling, lifting halfway, finding a flat back. So our hands can be anywhere from fingertips to the mat. The highest are thighs. Drawing shoulders away from the ears, belly button to spine, reaching through the crown of the head and through the tailbone. Exhaling, we'll release back into forward fold. Inhaling, we're coming standing, hinging at the hips, sweeping the arms out. Exhaling, palms to heart. Inhale, sweeping arms high. Exhaling, diving forward with a flat back, hinging at the hips. Inhaling, lifting halfway. Exhaling, palms to the mat. We're inhaling to step back into plank. We'll drop the knees to kneeling plank and exhaling, lowering to 90-degree bend. And then chest to the mat, inhaling, pressing up into cobra. Exhaling, lowering the chest. Inhale, pressing up and exhaling to down dog. We're inhaling, right leg out behind us. Exhaling, we're sweeping it to the top of the mat. Inhaling as we climb to high lunge. Exhaling, hands sweep back down. Inhaling, we'll send right foot back to plank. Dropping to the knees. Exhaling as we lower in chaturanga. Inhaling into cobra. Exhaling, chest to the mat. Inhale, we'll press up. And then exhaling, pressing all the way back to down dog. Inhaling, left leg out behind us. Exhaling, we'll sweep it to the top. Inhale to high lunge. Exhale, hands sweep down. Inhale, left foot back to plank. Dropping to our knees, lowering in chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhaling, lowering the chest. Inhale, we'll press it up to kneeling plank. Exhaling to down dog. Inhale, we'll lift the gaze. Exhale, step or hop to a forward fold. Inhaling, lifting halfway, flat back, strong core. Shoulders softened away from the ears. Exhaling to forward fold. Inhaling all the way to stand, hinging at the hips. Exhaling, palms to heart. Pause here in mountain pose. And release the hands to the sides. Thinking about each part of our body where we're connecting to the mat, where we're activating. So belly button drawing in, thighs turned on, tiny bend in the knees, tall spines, heart shining forward. We'll inhale, sweep the hands high, and exhaling, we're diving to forward fold. Inhaling, lifting halfway. Exhaling, palms to the mat. Inhaling as we step back to plank. We'll drop to the knees. Exhaling, lowering. Inhaling to cobra. Exhaling, chest to the mat. Inhale, pressing up, long straight line. And then exhaling to down dog. We'll inhale, right leg out behind us. And exhale to bend the knee. Thinking about twisting at the waist, knee pointing up towards the ceiling, keeping our shoulders level. We'll inhale to straighten the leg. And exhaling, we're sweeping the foot to the top of the mat. Finding a low lunge. We'll bring our hand to the inside of the foot, pressing our shoulder against our knee. Turn the left leg to open. We can also drop this back knee if this feels really intense. Left hand will stay on the mat, and we're inhaling right arm up to the ceiling as we twist toward our right knee. We're exhaling, right hand down on the outside of our right foot. We're pivoting on back toes so that the edge of the foot is now parallel to the back of the mat. We'll bring our right hand to the inside of right foot, straightening our right leg and unfurling left arm up towards the ceiling for triangle. So if we like, we can prop up on shin, on our thigh. Maybe we have a block at the inside of the foot. We want our shoulders stacking on top of one another and the heart facing forward. We don't want our shoulders collapsing and that heart facing down. We'll exhale, bringing both hands down on either side of this front foot and turning our right toes to face the same direction as our left toes and walking hands to a wide leg forward fold. We'll take our hands all the way to the left leg as we sit into a side squat, a Cossack squat on the left side. Right toes may pop up. We'll inhale, pressing into the mat, lifting the hips and walking our hands back to the right foot. Lowering the hips to this side, allowing left toes to pop up. And then inhaling, straightening both legs, walking back to wide leg forward fold. And then we'll turn to face the back of our mats. So our left toes are facing forward. We're in low lunge, facing the other direction. We'll step our left foot back to plank. We're lowering knees to the mat. Chest lowers in chaturanga. Inhaling as we lift into cobra. Exhaling, lowering the chest. Inhale, press up. And exhaling to down dog. We're inhaling, left leg out behind us. Exhaling, bending the knee, letting the hip open. On the inhale, straightening the leg. Exhaling, we're sweeping it to the top of the mat. Knees stacking over our ankle. Taking left hand on the inside of left leg. So right hand will stay planted. We're inhaling, left arm up towards the ceiling. We're exhaling, left head down. We'll lower our right knee. I can't remember if we did this on the other side. I didn't intend to do this. So when we flow it, I'll be sure to do it on each side. So lift right knee, back foot pivots down. We'll bring left hand on the inside of left foot, straightening left leg and unfurling right arm up towards the ceiling for triangle. Exhale, hands down on either side of that front foot. And then we're turning left toes to face the same direction as right toes as we walk our hands into a wide leg forward fold. We're exhaling, walking hands to the right foot, lunging into this right knee, left toes pop up. Inhaling as we walk our hands to the left side. Inhaling through center. Exhaling as we find lunge, facing the front of our mats now. So back, lunging into our right leg. We're inhaling, sending right foot back to plank. We'll drop to the knees, exhale, lowering. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lowering. Inhaling, some press up. Exhaling to down dog. Inhale, right leg extends behind us. Exhaling as the knee bends and the hip opens. We'll inhale to straighten the leg. Exhaling, foot sweeps to the top of the mat. Bring your hands on the inside of the foot. Inhale, right arm reaches towards the ceiling. We'll exhale, hand down, outside of the foot, dropping our left knee. Inhale, left knee comes up, right hand on the inside of the foot, back foot pivots down, straightening our front leg, unfurling left arm towards the ceiling. Exhaling as hands come down. Both toes facing forward, hands walk to the left foot, to our side squat. Inhaling, we're walking through center. And exhaling, other side. Inhaling through center. Exhaling as we find low lunge, facing the back of the mat now. Sending our left foot back to kneeling plank. Exhaling as we lower. Inhaling, cobra. Exhaling, chest to the mat. Inhaling, we'll press up. Exhaling to down dog. Inhaling as we're extending our left leg out behind us. Exhaling, knee bends, hip opens. Inhale to straighten. Exhaling, we'll sweep it to the top of the mat. Stepping foot on the outside of our left hand. Inhaling, left arm towards the ceiling. Exhaling, hand down on the outside of the foot. We'll drop right knee. Inhaling, lift right knee. Left hand on the inside of left foot. Right foot pivots down, straightening our left leg as right arm unfurls into triangle. Exhaling, hand comes down. We'll turn left toes to face the same direction as right toes. Finding our wide-legged forward fold. We'll take our hands all the way to the right foot. Side squat here. Inhaling, walking through the other side. Inhaling, switching back up. This time we're heel-toeing the feet together underneath us. Just slightly wider than hip distance, so what the width of our mat would be. And lowering into Malasana to squat. Hands on the inside, or hands at prayer at our chest, elbows on the inside of the knees, lengthening the tailbone down, extending the crown of the head high. Heart shining forward. Holding and breathing. Bring hands to the mat. Inhale, Lift the hips into forward fold. Exhaling, feet underneath the hips now, so hip distance apart, and we'll inhale to standing with a cat back. So rounding, lifting one vertebrae at a time. Scoot my mat. It seems like it's walked that way through the practice, and I'm out of center. We're going to take a couple of shoulder rolls, up, back, and down. Do a few standing balance poses. So finding our balance on our left leg. We'll bring hands to prayer, and we're simply lifting right foot in the air, flexing the foot like we're stepping on a block. Exhaling, dropping right foot, inhaling, left leg. So maybe we don't lift our foot as high. We feel more comfortable if it's lower. Maybe we stay right here. We're going to add to this a little bit. So we're exhaling, left foot down, inhaling, right foot up. So if we like, we can begin to extend the leg. Exhaling. So we switch to the other side. Left leg up. Maybe leg extends. And exhaling. Drop the foot. Inhaling, right leg lifts. We'll extend out. Maybe we open it up to the side. Maybe we send it back behind us as we come to warrior three. Inhaling back to center, right foot drops. Inhale, left foot. Extend it out. Opening it to the side. Sending it back behind us. Inhaling. Resetting. We'll do that one more time to each side. So right foot lifts, extending out. And open. And back. Inhaling to the front. Right foot drops. Inhale, left foot. Extending and out. Open. Back behind us. Inhaling to center. Finding our breath in tree, or not tree pose, into mountain pose. You can come to tree pose if you want. Finding our center once again. Tuning into our breath. Checking into our bodies. Tall spines, strong core. Tailbone is lengthening down, belly button drawing up and in. Inhale, sweeping the arms up towards the ceiling. And exhaling, diving into forward fold. If we're not at the top of our mats, we'll go ahead and take a walk there. We're inhaling to step back into plank. We'll drop the knees into kneeling plank. We'll do a series of plank holds here. So we'll hold for about 10 breaths here and then move to side plank, holding for about 10 breaths on each side. That belly button up and in, and thinking about being strong and as still as possible through the core. Of course, if you want to pop up onto the toes, you're more than welcome to pop up to the toes and give yourselves a little bit of an extra challenge. We're bringing our right hand underneath the face. rolling onto the right knee and extending left arm out towards the ceiling. Belly button drawing up and in. Exhaling, we're letting our left hand replace right hand, rolling onto the left side. Exhaling back to kneeling plank. So both hands down, stacked underneath the shoulders. We'll be able to do that one more time to each side. Rolling to the right side, right hand underneath the face, left arm up towards the ceiling. Exhaling left hand to replace right hand, opening to the right side, rolling onto our left knee. Exhaling right hand down. We're sitting back or bringing our hips back over our heels so that we can come to seated, swinging our legs to the front and rolling to our backs one vertebrae at a time. So scooping the abdominals in, letting each vertebra implant onto their mat before the next follows. We have a series of bridge poses here, strengthening glutes and the core still. So beginning with some flowing bridge, hands at our sides, knees hip distance apart, feet are hip distance apart. We're inhaling, lifting the hips, sweeping the arms overhead, drawing belly button down, exhaling, lowering the hips, hands to the side. We'll go for 10. This is 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Let's hug knees to chest. Stretch the low back a little bit. Then bring feet back to the floor. We'll do a series of single leg flowing bridge. Option to keep doing the same version that we just finished. So keeping both feet on the floor. So we're extending right leg out. Inhaling, Lifting the hips and legs stay straight out. We'll go for 10 on each side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bringing the right leg in, extending left leg out. Flowing bridge on this side. Here we go. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So we'll hug knees to chest, stretch out that low back, maybe even windshield wiper knees from side to side. Our deep hip stretches. We'll stay on our backs for reclining pigeon. You prefer to flip over and do pigeon on the belly. You can feel free to do that. We'll begin by crossing our right ankle over our left knee, and then lifting left leg so that ankle is parallel to the knee, foot is facing away from the face. That was a weird way to say that. So we can grab a hold of the back of our left leg, drawing our legs towards the chest to deepen if we want to. You can press right knee open so that it stays more in line with the ankle. Gentle pressure with the elbow. The whole length of the spine stays relaxed on the floor. So head stays down. We're not curling in. The upper body is as relaxed as we can maintain. You can keep the feet flexed to help protect the knees. So we're going to hold this for a couple of minutes, and then we'll add a little twist halfway through. Help get on the outside of our right hips. Like to twist here, what we'll do is take our legs in the exact shape of the area. We'll fall to the left. So the further up our legs land, the more intense of a stretch we'll feel on the outside of our hip. The farther down they fall, the less intense of a stretch we'll get. You can take right hand out, straight or even bending into the elbow, and gaze towards the hand. Inhaling to bring the legs back to center. Take our right foot to the mat. And then bringing left foot to right knee. And finding our supine pigeon on the other side. So if we're ready to twist, your legs fall in the shape that they're in to the right. Left arm extends out. Trying to keep that left shoulder on the mat. Inhaling as freeing the legs back to center. Go ahead and find whatever shape you would like to take. For final relaxation or Shavasana. So give us a couple of suggestions. If you want to continue some opening in the legs, we might find Supta Baddha Konasana, reclining butterfly, reclining bound ankle pose. Maybe we're through working on our legs and we just want to extend them out. Wherever we come, we're going to think about rolling the shoulders away from the ears, so tucking the shoulder blades down the back, letting the neck soften, the shoulders soften, noticing sensation in our hips from our held stretches. Maybe that sensation is one that encourages letting go. Bring our awareness just to the breath. Anytime our thoughts try to pull us away from the breath and from relaxation, just acknowledging the thought and then imagining the thought leaving our mind, blowing it away with an exhale, drifting out like a cloud or a puff of smoke. With each exhale, noticing our body relax even deeper. Low back melts into the mat. We unhinge the jaw, drawing the tongue away from the roof of the mouth. Softening the temples, relaxing the space between the eyebrows. Letting this complete sense of rest envelop ourselves. Inhaling to wake ourselves back up. Wiggling our fingers and toes. Rotating wrists and ankles. Big inhale to stretch long on our mats. Pointing the toes, extending the arms overhead. Exhales, carrying our knees to our chest. Wrapping arms around our shins, our hands to the backs of the thighs, rocking side to side, hammering low backs. Massage into the back. Our low backs feel good. We'll let our knees fall to whichever side they want to fall, rolling into fetal position. Taking a few deep breaths here before pressing up to seated. We'll take one final breath together, sweeping the arms up towards the ceiling on an inhale. Exhaling, palms to our heart. Thank you for practicing with me tonight. Namaste. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll be back here on Thursday, and if there's anything else or anything that you could think of that you would like to do either next week or on Thursday, please feel free to let me know. Bye.